Hello my planner friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mary Chris, and today I'm really excited to share with you how I have been using my Wonderland 222 in B6 size. Again, this B6 Motorm in pink croc is what I'm using to house my B6 Wonderland 222, and I'm using this solely for my work planning. So this one I got from Cloth and Paper. I believe this is 5 by 7, and I use this to jot meeting notes. Sometimes I have more notes to jot down than other days, and what I do here is I just peel off this page and cut down the sides and the bottom so that I could use it as a tip-in for my planner. So later I'm gonna show you how I use it. These are just plain washies, and I just have some Simply Gilded washi sample that I got from a local seller. So I really like this because the plain washies, you could just write on them and use them as a page flag or a marker for events, or if you want to put some color, background color for your events in your calendar. So this is really great for that, or maybe just a divider or separator for different sections of a page. So there's that. And my favorite pens are Kaweco pens, where here I have a regular ballpoint refill, and here I have a gel pen refill from Zebra, and some brush markers from Tombow. These are water-based and really beautiful because they are in neutral colors. This one is 942 and the other one is N95. So this is like blush color, and this is a very light gray color. So later I'm also gonna show you how I have been using this in my work planner. So let's open this up. So in here, well, I really don't use a lot of decors in my planner, but these are some of my favorite markers. At the left side, I just keep some loose sheets of paper where I can quickly jot down some notes, and it's useful for me because I don't want to tear pieces of paper from my planner or something like that. And these are transparent dots. They came with a big roll, and I just cut down portions of it so I could just carry a small piece of stickers with me. And these are sticky notes from Midori. They are made by Midori, and I got them from JetPens. So you can actually use this as a bookmark as well. So you could just clip it on to a specific page. And these are small, so these are useful for things that are tentative. I just put it there. At the back, I put here my transparent page flags. So I believe I have shown this in my previous video. These are like transparent plastic page flags that I just keep, and I use Sharpie pens to write in them. So these are also transparent page flags, and they are also transparent ones. So I just put it in the back part, and here I have, again, it's my cheat sheet for some important commands that I need to run in case I forget them, some of the things that I need to remember, and the habits that I like. So in here you can see I am using one of my plain washies and just writing on them to make it a header. And I just have an extra, Christmas tree stickers, and I like them because they're in vinyl and transparent, of course. So let's set this aside. And here is something that I want to share with you before I show you how I use my planner. If you see here, this is actually a bookmark made by Hobonichi. This is only fitting an A5 planner. But what I did here is I bought this specifically for this purpose because sometimes I don't like using the different markers here because they leave my page crinkled. Tomo River paper is very thin, so when you have just like one piece or two pieces of paper inserted here, they're most likely to leave a dent on the paper itself. So sometimes I don't like that, and but these are cute, so I'm not gonna throw them away anytime soon. So I sometimes want to just use these kinds of bookmarks. So what I did here is it's way longer than this right now. So I just cut the top part. The top part is also held together by one of these I think these are, the top and the bottom are leather, circular leather pieces held by a rivet. So it was looking like that before, and I just cut it down to size. And I have this hook, and I clipped them 3 together with this hook, and then I just looked for a very cute charm that I wanted to hang on it. So this actually is going to be very versatile, because if I ever wanted to replace the charm at the top, then I could do so. I could just remove it and replace it with something else, or maybe just leave it there, I don't know. So that's really cute. I mean, I could make my bookmark seasonal and I don't have to buy anything new anymore. So that's how I use it. So this is now cut down to more like a B6 size, but I do have, like you can see here, I did have like an extra 1.5 inch at the bottom and just an extra 1/2 inch at the top, just so the charm could dangle from the top, and it won't, this piece of metal won't be scratching the top of my paper. So yeah, I know you understand. So there's that. And also the other kind of bookmark that I love to use is just a simple one. This is a plastic bookmark that I got from I can't remember, glitter piece, I think. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave the link down below again so that you can find it for yourself if you want this. So sometimes I use this because it's just cute. And I'm not really a fan of pencil boards, so what I tend to do is I get a thick cardstock, find a very beautiful print. This is one that I found on Pinterest, and I just printed it for, I think, 4 copies in 1 letter sized board. Yeah, and then I cut it down to B6 size, so you can see that it's a little bit bigger than the notebook itself, than the planner itself, but it serves my purpose. I don't like the feeling of the pen gliding against the paper while the backing is plastic, especially if I'm using just a roller ballpoint. It doesn't feel nice to me. So I tend to use gel pens. Like this one is Unifit pen. I just have 1 color in there right now because this is my last refill, and I'm moving to the complete use of just Kaweco pens for 2021. And I have all my refills ready ahead of time. So yeah, so that's for the pencil board. This is just what I use. Very cheap. I could easily replace it if I want a different design. Yeah, because I'm thinking of doing a 365-day freeze. It's a concept that has been circulating in the Minimal Planners group. If you're a member of that, I'm also a member of that group, and I heard it there first. So I'm also motivated to do a planner fast. So that's why, you know, moving to using just something like this for a pencil board is really good for me. Let's get on with the planner itself and how I use it. First off, I really like this steel cover. This is like a soft leatherette material. I think of Wonderland and I think of Christmas, just like that. So I'm gonna show you what I have inside. So the inside cover, I printed a very neutral design. I bought this design from Etsy, and I'll also leave the link down below. So the bundle that I got has different designs, and they're all neutral designs, and I printed it off against a satin sticker paper and then just stuck it here. You can see that it's not perfect, but it's okay. And in here, this is I think you've seen this in my mini HP. This is the same vellum, and I'm just again reusing it. I cut it down to size. Like you can see, I covered the holes, the mushroom holes that has been there because it was previously used in my mini HP planner. I covered it with a scotch tape so that it's not sticky, and the holes won't be bothering me so much. And yeah, there. And I have seen this from the previous video of my unboxing that includes my cloth and paper order. This is an A5 dashboard, inbox dashboard. It's not a thick cardstock, but it's still paper. I'm not sure if this is actually vellum because it's semi-transparent, as you can see. So here I put some sheets of my transparent sticky notes and some small sticky notes. These are also transparent page flags, and these page flags I cut it down to size according to the width of a weekly swim lane, and these are for the boxes of the calendars. So like you can see here, this is how I use the transparent page flags and why I cut them down to size, so that it's very easy for me to just pick one and stick it on the calendar. Okay, so the next parts are the index pages, and what I do here is let me just cover up. And what I do here is I put in some of the important links for my work and some of the pages on my planner that has important details, like I jot down the developers' best practices in creating component, some of the useful commands. So these are all pages at the back. So here, so these are some of the things that are important for me, and I jot it down here, in here. And then I put the page numbers here so that I could easily jump back to it when I need it. One good thing about this planner is that aside from it having a lot of index pages, they have a 4-year spread. They have the current year, next year, 2022, and even 2023. So it's easy for you to skim backwards or forwards if you ever need a specific date to remember. And here is a yearly spread. There are small boxes, so I think I'm just gonna use it for birthdays and important hallmarks for the year. This is the birthday of my boss. My previous boss was also a November birthday. I'm not sure why, but I like them both. And another good feature about this planner is that it has a quarterly calendar. So this is important for mapping out your big goals. Like, what are your goals for the first quarter? If you ever wanted to learn something or achieve something in terms of metrics, probably in your performance at work, this is a good place for you to write it down. So I don't have any plans yet, but I will figure it out later on as I use the planner. And then another good thing is, of course, I started in November and I tried using it. So I put here some of the habits that I want to cultivate. So it's important that we read emails. Like, sometimes there are information there that you just can't hear from anywhere, neither in the chat, neither in anywhere. So it's important to read emails, and also reply if your response is very much needed. Deep work for me would mean it's like at least 2 hours of focused and concentrated work. And here in December, I broke it down a little bit further. So I put here deep focused work, cross-team review. Again, it's important. Some UI work, if there was a bug in my code that was discovered, and if ever I have kept to my sleeping schedule, which is I want to be asleep by 10:30. And if I experience anxiety at work. So being in a new environment is also kind of difficult. So it's important for me to track that so I know if I'm improving in my mental health. If I do that consistently, I will learn what's making me anxious and I would be able to address that. And another good thing about this planner is I like the overview pages. Like, this is for November. Of course, I started using this in November and I didn't have any idea yet how I could use it, so I just put in what I want to happen for this month. So I want to be confident with my work. I need to do more code reviews and I need to fix more bugs. And when I do, I need to figure out how that sort of things can also be tested. And I also wanted to cultivate more habits and write it down explicitly so that I know what habits I'm trying to adhere to. And it's also a reminder of whether these habits are carrying on to the next month, or if I wanted to drop some of the habits, and so on and so forth. And the next page is the calendar itself. So what's really good about this is this is an American made planner, and if you are familiar with the Hobonichi week style, so the yearly pages come at the front, and then the monthly pages will all come consecutive with each other. Like it starts at December and goes on until January of the next year, I believe. Okay, and then it will be followed by the weekly pages. So the monthlies will be separated from the actual weeks that follow. But here, this is not the case. So the monthly calendar appears just before the actual week. And as it transitions to the next month, as you can see here, then it will be followed by, again, another calendar for that month. So it's very easy for you to move around, because wherever you're putting your marker at, it's just progressing. You don't have to like flip around. The only place that you need to flip around will be the routine pages and the quarterly pages at the front, if you will be actively using that. So yeah, this is how I use my Wonderland 222. So at the side, I just put in notes, some of the things that I need to remember because of this daylight saving time switch. I have to remember that my stand-up meetings are now moved to 9 p.m. my time, and that the creators meeting will be midnight of the next day. So yeah, so sometimes I put in, so the gray ones will be marked for holidays and some one-on-one meetings and other important events. I just use the plain washi tapes. So sometimes I also use stamps and stickers. This is a sticker from Happy Planner sticker book. I think this is from Farmhouse booklet. And I just cut it down to the size of this vertical lane. And during the first few weeks that I was using this, I still was fumbling around. I don't know how it would work for me. So what I do is the hours start at 7 a.m. in each swim lane. They are kind of very light, and the font is not too bold, so it's really nice, because if you want to use the hours, and then you can see it. But if you don't want to, you could just cover it or just ignore it, like I'm doing here. So at the top, there are 3 lines. I use this for marking like important events for the day that I need to remember. Like these are just the hours of each meeting that I need to remember. So if I'm on the specific page, I know that when I see this, I have a meeting at around that time. And then just using the vertical layout for each day, I just kind of put my cards that I'm working on. So I just these are just for tracking. I think these pages I backtracked, like I transferred the information from my mini Happy Planner, and I separated this page using my Tombow marker, this one. And this is just to separate the time that I was working alone and after our stand-up meetings. So this is the stand-up hour. It's usually around 8 a.m. or 9 p.m. depending on TST. And then below it, I just put the most important thing to remember from our stand-up meeting. And sometimes I put in other notes for work that I did. And at the end of the week, because we don't have work on Saturdays and Sundays, so sometimes I would put what went well for my week. Like frequent reviews really helped me, and I think I need to put more work in more refactoring, knowing how to test the card and handle gate failures, stuff like that. So this was the first week that I was using it. And again, here I think these are information that were transferred over from my mini Happy Planner. So there's really not much going on here until here. And then this is the first week that I was actively using my B6 Wonderland. You can see that my Wonderland arrived at November 19. I picked it up from the post office. And here I was just using it to, again, mark the most important thing for each day. And here I was already marking the hours of deep work. So you can see I work long hours for deep work, and I use a mindfulness app to track my hours so that I don't keep using my phone, you know. And here I'm just putting a box for some of the notes or commands that I learned today, or something that is useful to remember for that specific day. And at the bottom, I'm starting to put some of the important things to remember, or what went well and what went wrong for the day. So that was the first active week that I used this planner. And you can see here, the next week, I was already transforming it to suit my needs. So it's looking more like it's loved, you know. So again, I put the most important things here at the top so I can remember them. And then these are the most important things also that needs to be done on a daily basis. These are also going to add to my habit cultivating. So I at first I was putting in boxes, and then I got lazy because it looks sturdy. So, and then I put in some of the tasks that I need to do, bullet journaling style. And again, I just use some color coding. Like if I see a pink box, those are commands that I learned or was useful for the day. And sometimes I just use stickers for that. And here at the bottom, there is a more bold line here that separates the top. Again, this colored horizontal line that goes throughout the week is just a marker for me to separate the time that we started our stand-up meeting. So beyond that will be like morning in the US. So here I put down all of the things that are noteworthy. If it's a good thing and contributed to what went well for the day, I highlight it with the green. And if it was a bad thing, then I highlight it with the red. So that you can see that there are more good things happening. This is how I'm using my meeting notes. So sometimes there are a lot of information to remember, and I need to jot it down very quickly. So I just use the meeting notes that I showed earlier, and I cut down the sides. So you can see that this entire sheet is bigger by just a tad, like maybe a ½ inch. So I just trim it down, and then the cloth and paper logo is no longer here. So I just cut it off so that it's sitting inside the page of the Wonderland tutus. And then I just use my washi tape to tip it in like this. So yeah, so for the important tasks every day, I just highlight it if I did it. So it just provides a little bit color and, you know, a pop of busyness in my planner. So I like how it looks, and I like how I'm using it so far. And then I like also that at the end of each month you have a review. So I have here just my achievements, and it's useful for us to remember our achievements, because when we feel so down and feel like we are so unproductive, if we come back to this, we see what are the things that we did. We were able to finish that. It might seem small at that time, but you know, coming back to a list of achievements will help you feel like it's going to boost your self-worth, you know, and add to your self-esteem. And then again, here I have habits that I want to continue or add to my routine, and those that I need to remove. And for December, I tried to make it a little bit more beautiful than what I did last November. And this is what November looked like. So this is now December. I used some stencils here, which are from Beauty by Starlet, and these are the ones that I used for labeling these. So I want to focus on being still, because being still promotes calm, and being calm promotes focus. And it's just something that I want to focus on. I am a good developer. And this is a sticker from Happy Planner, and these are from these very cute Christmas trees stickers that I got just for December. and then a mantra that is useful for me to remember. So, and if you ever need this, just steal away. It says, let go of the things that make you doubt yourself. You probably know more than you think you do, right? And this is my December. This is how it's looking like for me. And here I just I put the cards that I'm working on and how many points they are in the board, so I know how much I am contributing to the velocity of our team. And this is how I have made adjustments to the previous weeks of how I used the Wonderland 222. So this time I add in some washi tape. These are from Simply Gilded. I do not have the full roll, but I buy just washi samples at a time because I hate the fact that I'm not consuming everything. So I put here washi tapes, whereas previously it was just the mild liner, and way earlier it was just the brush pen that I was using. So I think it looks neater and also a little bit more decorative, but still keeping to a minimal look. So I'm putting in more stickers here. And again, I have the tasks here and I just follow the bullet journal style. I highlight the things that I did and just leave the ones that I did not. And some important notes again at the bottom. Here I started to alternate colors from my mild liners. It gives a pop of color for each page. So that's it for now. That's how I'm using my Wonderland 222. I don't think I will be doing this washi tape to separate my my week, because it's going to bulk up the planner. But I might do this for alternate months so that it's not going to be thick. And because if it's going to be at the same time and it's going to be a washi tape, it's going to be fat at around that section, and I don't want that. I might not be able to write on it in the future, so I will be alternating the use of washi and the matte liner pen. So that's it for how I'm using my Wonderland 222. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. But so far, everything is set for my Wonderland 222. You can see that the same design I printed here at the back. It's also a one piece of sticker paper in satin. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. It's going to help my channel a lot to grow. And consider subscribing as well if you'd like to see more videos from me. I post videos of yoga, lifestyle, sports, and of course my planners. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!